Shwmai, gwion ydw i. Roedd yn aelod gychwynnol o Senedd Ieuenctid Cymru yn cynrychioli Canol Caerdydd. Mae etholiadau'r Senedd ar y gweill ar y 7th o Fai, a mae'r Senedd mor bwysig i bobl ifanc yn gwneud penderfyniadau ar bopeth o iechyd i drafnidiaeth, a nawr mae'r oedran pleidleisio yn 16. Felly, can glywed gwestiynau o pobl ifanc i'r gwleidyddion a fydd yn gwneud penderfyniadau ar bopeth sydd o bwys i nhw. Shwmai, I'm Gwion. I was a member of the first Welsh Youth Parliament representing Cardiff Central. The Senedd elections are coming up on the 7th of May, and the Senedd is so important to young people making decisions on everything from health to transport, and the voting age for Senedd elections is 16. Now we're going to hear questions from young people to the politicians who will be making decisions on everything that will affect their lives. Pam mae mynd i'r brifysgol yn costio tua 10,000 y flwyddyn yng Nghymru, ond yn rhad ac am ddim yn yr Alban? Why does university cost £10,000 a year in Wales, but is free in Scotland?
So going to university is a really exciting time, but there isn't just the cost of the course. In Wales, we have the best student finance package in the UK, and our focus isn't just about the fees of the course, but supporting with the cost of living while you study. The Welsh financial support is based around students' needs and can be claimed whether students go to study in Wales or elsewhere in the UK.
So this is a huge issue, and we need to look at this really, and we need to have a clear process in place. One thing I would say is that the Welsh Liberal Democrats, through Kirsty Williams being cabinet member for education, we introduced the cost of living fee for every young person who has an address in Wales, whether they go to university in Wales or they go to one outside of Wales. So that's a real difference and a radical change. But the issue is about school fees, and we need to invest more into our universities, particularly here in Wales, to make them world-class institutions that everybody wants to come to. So we need to be making sure that we recognise the value that our universities and our institutions make to the economy of that area, as something that's not taken into account. So I think there's a need for us to look at the funding, but also recognise that for some young people, they may not want to go to university, they might want to do an apprenticeship, or they might want to go and do a higher education course, or go straight into work. We need to support every young person to have that opportunity.
Bod hir dymor yw i wneud y sefyllfa'n lot tebycach i beth sy'n digwydd yn yr Alban, fel bod disgyblion ddim yn gorfod talu i fynd i'r brifysgol. A mewn llywodraeth byddwn ni yn edrych ar comisiynu gwaith i edrych ar fel dyn ni'n gallu newid pethau'n sicr. Ar hyn o bryd, oherwydd pwysau dros amser hir, dan lywodraethau llafur a'r ceidwadwyr yn San Steffan, dyn ni'n wynebu sefyllfa lle mae'n rhaid i bobl ifanc dalu lot mwy o arian na dylsyn nhw fod ar gyfer mynd i'r brifysgol, ac mae prifysgolion Cymru wir yn stryglan hefyd. Felly mae'n rhaid i ni gael sefyllfa canaliadwy ar gyfer pobl ifanc a'n prifysgolion hefyd.
So the reason why tuition fees in Scotland are free is down to a political choice, and the main reasons comes down to how devolved governments spend their budget. When a government decides to cover tuition fees entirely, it means there's less money left over for other critical services like healthcare, schools and other areas of education. In other words, public money is limited, so choosing to spend more in one area means far less funding for others. In Wales, the system is set up so students don't pay full tuition fees up front, but the costs are still covered within the overall funding framework. From a policy viewpoint, the question isn't just about who pays for university, but whether the investment in higher education truly delivers value for money. Does it lead to genuine employment opportunities and long-term benefit? Often young people are encouraged to go to university without consideration of these outcomes. A more balanced approach should be to give greater importance to further education, apprenticeships and vocational training. It's essential to offer young people real options and ensure that whatever path they choose, whether it's academic or technical, it results in skills, jobs and economic security in the long run. By focusing on this, education can be better served by the individual and the wider economy.
Ultimately, it comes down to how governments choose to spend their budgets. The Scottish Government has decided to fund tuition fees directly, whilst the Welsh Government here in Wales has chosen a different approach. For us in the Welsh Conservatives, the biggest problem isn't actually the fee itself. is the interest on student loans. That's why we wholeheartedly support plans from Kemi Badenoch to reduce those interest rates, because right now the interest can turn student loans into a real long-term debt trap. We're proposing to reduce interest rates on Plan 2 loans so that linked to the retail price index, which could save graduates up to £26,000 in repayments. We also want the Welsh Government to cover tuition fees for vital professions like nurses, doctors, dentists and teachers as long as they stay and work in Wales for 5 years. I'd like to return their tuition fees back to them, and we want to significantly expand degree apprenticeships where you earn a wage while your employer pays for your degree.
Diolch i'r holl wleidyddion ar ateb cwestiynau ar y pynciau llosg sydd o bwys i bobl ifanc. Cofiwch i bleidleisio ar y 7th of Mai ar gyfer etholiadau Senedd Cymru. Thank you to the politicians for answering questions on all the matters that affect young people. Remember to vote in the Welsh Parliament elections on the 7th of May.